Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome to the show. Tonight we have a good one here. It is the race recap of the Postma Flooring Super Late Model Tour here at South Boston. The grid is being set here, and here is tonight's starting lineup for feature number one. Zach Nichols will start on the pole. He qualified with the quick time with a 14.77. To his outside will be the 11. That is Jaden Kurchachi. Rolling off P number 3 is the 09. That is Anthony Danta. And then Brett Hahn back out here in the 91 car. He will roll off 4th. Rounding out the top 5, Stephen Hoffman. But Hoffman won the previous week at Nashville Super Speedway, so Hoffman will go to the back. Starting in 6 will be the 10 car. That is Travis Wright. Ron Hart in the 51 will start 7th. 8th place will be the 38 of Dave Payton. Zach Hoyer in the 13 machine will start 9th. And rounding out the top 10 will be the 88 of Chuck Darling. Starting 11th is Matt Vade in the 777. JJ McRae making his return. He will start 12th here tonight in the 78. Then starting in the 13th spot, that is the 199 of Jeff Pogo. Rolling off 14th will be the 18 car. That is Dev McDonald. And 15th going to the 1 of Tanner Tallarico. John DeMeester in the 2 will start 16th here tonight. And Nate Henry in the 59 will start P number 17. Starting in 18th, it is Cody Kennedy in the 63 machine. Alex Orions in the 8 will start 19th. And rounding out the top 10 will be, the top 20, let's make it, will be the 11 of Dan Dill. Starting in 21st is Eric Holly in the 5. Noah Boucher in the 16 machine will start 22nd. 23rd will be the 22 of Jamie Leach. And TJ Hassan will start shotgun on the field. This is just feature number 1 here tonight, so we will have another one right after this, but this is starting lineup leading them to the green flag here in feature number 1. Feature number 1 here tonight will only be 50 laps, going to be the distance here. I believe feature number 2 will be 75 laps, and that will include our signature 12 car invert. But here for feature number 1, we will have straight up racing. And if you like this format, want to see some more of it, here at 9 p.m. here tonight, these drivers will take on the Irwindale Speedway for the House of Drift Dual 75s. So here we go, teammates on the front row. It is Zach Nichols in the 44 leading the field to green. Jaden Kurtachi to his outside. iRace and Pace Truck down and off, and we are green flag here at Sobo. Side by side here through most of the pack off turn number 4. And through 3 and 4, that is. It looks like the 91 machine able to get down to the bottom side by side still for the race lead. Kurtachi trying to hold on to that outside here. Pretty much everyone else, though, down to the bottom side. Here we see the 91 take a peek to the inside of the 11. Looks like those two will now try and race side by side. Kurtachi, though, a great run off of turn number 4. Able to get back clear, so Kurtachi will fill in the second position here as most of the field already single filed out. And oh man, look at this, the big one here tonight. Chuck Darling facing the wrong way, Jeff Pogo against the inside wall, and quite a few drivers here as it looks like most everyone able to drive away, maybe except for the 199 of Pogo. So yeah, it looks like Chuck Darling and Jeff Pogo instantly to pit road, probably gonna be out of tonight's race, at least for the first feature of the night. So an exciting start to the race here tonight at South Boston, and we get to do it all again here under our first caution of the evening. And it looks like the 199 taking claim for that one. Drawing out our first caution here, and looks like this time by we should get the 2 to green. Yeah, I think I'm here from race control. Next time by will be the 1 to green here, so Zach Nichols will have the choose. Got to start on the inside of the front row here for the start of the race. Don't see why that would change this time, so I believe the 44 are going to choose the inside on the restart here, but everyone else will try and re-rack, restack them. Biggest mover, though, from those first few laps, I believe only 2 or 3 laps done under green flag, but Tanner Tallarico already up 5 spots. And then TJ Hassan able to keep that 41 pretty clean, and he is up to 13th now. So this will shave off about 5 laps of the race as we get ready to head back to green flag racing here to start lap number 8. iRacing Pace Truck down and off of pit road. And here we go. Zach Nichols back on the loud pedal. Nichols with a great start there. He's able to almost get clear from Jaden Kratachi. Those two will once again be side by side for the race lead here. Looks like Anthony Danta already able to get to the bottom side. Travis Wright in that red number 10, stuck up in lane number 2. So still we're watching this side-by-side battle for the race lead. Maybe not anymore. Nichols able to get clear, but sideways with it. And now here comes the 91 to poke the nose to the inside of the 11. Kratachi will smack the wall down the back straightaway. This could open up the door for the 91. Let's see what happens between these two here. You can see how rough South Boston is. These cars bouncing on around. And let me tell you folks, the toughest part, especially with the super late model, into turn number 3, since it's kind of tough to tell in some camera angles, but you are braking downhill. Like right here's the crest of the hill, then you dive it down into turn number 3. The car can get really upset, try and lift up those rear tires off the ground. It almost feels like when you're driving these super late models. And then of course with these cars, it is throttle control, as we see the 91 there get a little bit tight, push the 11 car up, but no harm, no foul. They will continue to stay side by side here as everyone else through the field single filed out. We can take a look here a little bit deeper in the field. Some cars that are a little bit wounded here. The 2 of John DeMeester, Jamie Leach getting on by there in the 22. Same with the 5 car of Eric Holly. So Holly back inside of the top 20 here tonight. Take a look here at that battle. It looks like the 91 of Han will leave the top side open for a second for Anthony Danta. Danta thought about it but couldn't quite get the nose on up there. Kratachi will take back over that second position as now things calming on down just a little bit here tonight. As further on back, these cars throwing, it looked like maybe for a second some haymakers. Might have been just a little bit loose on corner exit. As this is Cody Kennedy, and it looks like the 16 machine of Noah Boucher. Boucher, though, the first car 1 lap down, so 16 has to kind of keep it clean here and hope for a caution flag, then he can get back on the lead lap. But out in front, Zach Nichols currently leading the way here tonight. He has about just over 3/4 second advantage over Jaden Kratachi. Those two started 1-2. Then it is Han in 3rd, Danta in 4th, and Ron Hart into the top 5. He rounds out in 5th. So everyone just riding on around. It looks like everyone knowing that this is a short race, they are going 100% here tonight since the drop of the green flag here. Everyone pushing these cars to the absolute limit here. No one cares about tire saving because we're already almost at the halfway point here tonight in feature number 1. So this race flying on by. Zach Hoyer, another driver that made up some good positions here in this first half of this race. one of the biggest movers inside the top 10. He currently is running in the 6th position. The driver that is the biggest mover in the top 10 is this driver running in the 9th position. That is the 1 car of Tanner Tallarico. Tallarico here putting the pressure on the 7 machine right in front of him. Oh, look at this, folks. Towards the front, battle for second once again, as it looks like the ASRC house car here to the inside of Kritachi. As this time by, we get the cross flags halfway down in feature number 1, and it is now 25 laps to go, as we see our race leader here, Zach Nichols, starting to encounter a little bit of lap traffic. So we'll see how Nichols can navigate this. So far through 1 and 2, looks like nicely done by our race leader. Nichols able to get to the point. Now the question is, these two side by side, how will they navigate that? A 91 car probably definitely hoping that he can use the 2 car here as a pick. We'll see if that is the case, as they will dive down into turn number 3. Looks like won't be this time by. Down the front stretch they will come, and it looks like John DeMeester doing a great job there, able to get up into kind of that 4th lane, and it looks like they will continue to stay side by side for that 2nd spot. Wow. Only battle on the speedway currently happening for this 2nd position here. Anthony Danta waiting right there in that catbird seat, waiting for 1 lane to get clear, able to get a nose there, but he has to be careful because now Ron Hart is starting to catch these cars. So as the 91 and the 11 continue to stay side by side, they're just a little bit slower than what they would be running the optimal lane. So that is what is allowing this 09 and the 51 to kind of catch this battle for 2nd here. Oh, Kritachi big time sideways into turn number 3. That car is looking loose out here in that 2nd lane. You got to wonder, did the 11 get that right rear hot? Is that right rear starting to go away? He has to hang on to this race car though for only 18 more laps here tonight. Still side by side for this position, but further on back here, a battle for position. Stephen Hoffman trying to get around the 7 car of Matt Vade. Hoffman, of course, won the previous week at Nashville Super Speedway, so he had to start dead last here in 24th. He has made it up into the top 10, up into A. So Stephen Hoffman, the unofficial biggest mover so far here tonight. Oh, now be 14 laps to go here at the stripe, and that battle for 2nd still continuing here, as it looks like now Ron Hart has made it to the outside of the 91. So it looks like Kritachi able to get clear, able to hold on to P number 2 from lane number 2, as wow, Nate Henry gets a shot in the shorts here. Henry going 1 lap down. They will try and navigate it, and it looks like Hart will have to back out of it. Can he get to that right rear quarter panel? No, he cannot. So the 91 car able to hang on to P number 3 for at least a little bit longer. So Zach Nichols out in front has checked out from the field, over a 2-second advantage for the 44 machine. Cody Kennedy and Devin McDonald starting to get a little bit racy here. This would be a battle for the 12th position, as this time by we see 2 open palms from the flagman. It is 10 to go, and now for Zach Nichols off of turn number 4, it is single digits laps to go here tonight, as he has 9 to go. He is hoping it stays green flag here to the end. Will that be the case? We will have to find on out. As we see here for 3rd, Ron Hart able to sail that car in. He's able to get to the outside of the 91 once again. Hart with a great move, able to get a nose up there. How will this shake on out for these two? It's going to be 7 to go here at the stripe. Still a side-by-side battle for that third position. Further on back, like I said, Deb McDonald, Cody Kennedy continue to go side-by-side. That was a battle for the 12th position still going on, as that one for third also. Now 5 laps to go here in feature number 1. Right on board with the 51 machine of Hart, and so far looking very, very good. You can see just how close this racing is. Has Kratachi right in front of him, and then the 91 car down low has to keep that car right off the wall, but also wants to try and keep that 91 car down just a little bit. But a lot of racing with respect here, as Matt Vade and now Tanner Tallarico duke it on out. This time by at the stripe, popsicle sticks up in the air. It is 2 to go here in feature number 1. So quite a few battles here shaping on up here at the end of this one. Though for the 44 of Zach Nichols, he will look to pick up yet another checkered flag, as one car around on the backstretch. That was the 22 of Jamie Leach, but off of turn number 4, Zach Nichols will pick up the first checkered flag of the night. Ron Hart will steal that spot from Brett Hahn, and it looks like Tanner Tallarico will do the same with Matt Vade. Wow. A great finish there, but the winner here for feature number 1 is going to the 44 machine of Zach Nichols. So we will get ready here for the second feature of the night. We'll go to a quick commercial break, give these guys a breather, and then we will run through the starting lineup for that second feature here in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Hey folks, we come back here to South Boston Speedway and getting ready to run through the starting order for feature number 2. So that first one only 50 laps. This one going to be a little bit longer. 75 going to be the distance here. So we get ready to run through the starting order here with that 12 car invert. Devin McDonald will start on the pole. And P number 2 will be the 38 of Dave Payton. Starting third will be the 777 of Matt Vade. Rolling off P number 4 will be the 1 car of Tanner Tallarico. Stephen Hoffman in the 86 will start 5th. 6 will be Travis Wright in the 10. Zach Hoyer in the 13 will start 7th. 8th going to Anthony Danta in the 09. Brett Hahn in the 91 will start 9th. And rounding out the top 10 will be Ron Hart in the 51. Starting in 11th is the 11 car of Jaden Katachi. Zach Nichols, the winner in feature number 1, will start P number 12. 13th going to Cody Kennedy in the 63. TJ Hassan in the 41 will roll off 14th. 15th going to the 5 car of Eric Holly. 16th is Dan Dill. JJ McRae will start 17th. 18th starter will be Noah Boucher. 19th going to John DeMeester. And 20th is Jamie Leach. 21st is Nate Henry. 22nd going to Alex Oriens. And then the back row here for feature number 2 will be the 88 of Chuck Darling and Jeff Pogo, as everyone has made the call here for feature number 2. As if your favorite driver maybe didn't have the best race there in feature number 1, anything could happen here for feature number 2. Everyone back out on track, everyone with a 100% race car. So it is heads up racing for the final time here tonight at South Boston. Devin McDonald in control, gonna lead the field to the green flag. iRacing pace truck down and off, and McDonald on the loud pedal here. We go green flag racing for feature number 2 of the night. Oh, as we get our first caution of the evening, Alex Orion spun on around, so I caught it just out of the corner of my eye. It looked like maybe just a accordion on the start, checking on up, and it looked like it crunched on down right when they entered turn number 3 there. So Alex Orion's getting the worst end of that one. Looks like we'll be waved on around, so did not complete a lap. Looks like everyone about where they started here, and it looks like gonna try and get back to green flag racing here in just one moment. So the 8 car of Orion should get waved on around here at any moment. Deb McDonald is currently our race leader. It looks like there we go here. So and here we go. Deb McDonald just had to lead the field through 1 and 2. Can now have lane choice here tonight, and interesting move, selects the inside lane here. So we saw a lot of passes getting done there on the high side, so we'll see if that was the right call. I mean, we'll have the shorter distance diving into turn number 1, but you got to hope you clear the guy on the outside by the time you get off of turn number 2. But here we go, first restart of feature number 2, looking like the exact same as here we go. iRacing pace truck down on pit road. Devin McDonald away with a great start. The start that he needed to get, he got. McDonald, though, gets a little bit tight, slides up the racetrack. Here comes Dave Payton with the crossover. Payton going to try and work that inside lane here. Payton almost gets clear of the 18 machine. Those two will stay side by side. Same with about 10 rows behind, as everyone out here side by side here at South Boston. Side-by-side racing goes all the way through the top 10 here with Ron Hart and the 91 car battling for that 10th position. But look at this. This is some incredible racing as these guys putting on a show here at South Boston. Right now, both lanes are really racy. Both lanes are usable as we see a lot of people using both the inside and the outside. The inside car trying to wash up the track just that little bit to make that high line just that little bit slower. The outside car, though, will try and pinch that car coming into the corner as well as coming off, try and slow down that speed of that inside car. And right now, it's making some very, very even racing. I mean, still side by side for the race lead, and it's already been, 6 consecutive laps. So Dave Payton in the 38 still trying to make that inside lane work. The outside is Deb McDonald there in that Rowdy Energy number 18 machine. Then right behind them, Matt Vade, Tanner Tallarico 2x2. They're hoping the car in front of them is able to get clear. Then they can start sliding up and moving forwards here. But still pretty much dead even for that race lead here tonight. It has been a little bit since Dave Payton has visited victory lane here in a super late model. Has a great shot to do just that here tonight. As it looks like Payton now has the advantage. Payton almost clear of McDonald. I think if Dave Payton gets this pass done, it's going to be through turns 3 and 4. As it seems like those two cars much more even down in this end of the speedway. Looks like no clear advantage, but every now and then it seems like Dave Payton able to get a really good run. Oh, as McDonald will scrape the wall, that will slow down the 18, and that will open up the door. Dave Payton able to get out in front. So Payton leading the way here tonight. Now Matt Vade and Deb McDonald go side by side. That is for now the second position, as McDonald will try and hang on to that spot to try and run down the 7 as, one car in the wall, Travis Wright. No, they will stay green here. Wright with a huge impact to that inside wall. You saw how damaged that race car was here. And we can see it right here. That left front absolutely destroyed on the 10. Wright was running, I believe, inside the top 10 there. So a tough break for the 10 car. As with that, Matt Vade able to get clear. Now Tanner Tallarico into the inside wall. Tallarico down low, Deb McDonald up top. So those two cars must have gotten together there off of turn number 4. And Tallarico, a big loser out of that. Tallarico outside of the top 5, back into 8. So Matt Vade able to get clear. Now he'll try and run down Dave Payton. Vade looking for his first ever ASRC win here. Right behind them, Stephen Hoffman, Anthony Danta were side by side, but now Hoffman able to get clear. Hoffman up to a podium spot after starting dead last there in heat race. In feature number 1. So the guy that picked up the checkered flag there in feature number 1, he is on the move as well. Zach Nichols inside the top 5. He just took 4th position away from Anthony Danta. Danta, not sure if he's having an issue or just stuck in that not so preferred lane, but we get a caution flag out here, so the field will be slowed. As it looks like Cody Kennedy here with a lot of damage on the 63 machine, so Kennedy gonna be done for the night, it sounds like. And it looks like maybe Noah Boucher might have a little bit of damage on the 16 machine as well. Yeah, looks like a little bit of left front damage there. So under the caution conditions for the second time here tonight. So with the caution, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. On the other side, we'll be back to racing action here.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing.
So back here at South Boston, Dave Payton going to choose the inside lane here as Payton on the loud pedal. We go back to green flag racing here. Looks like Payton going to make that inside lane work, able to get clear here. That's still 2x2 for a lot of positions throughout the rest of the pack. Looks like Vade able to get clear for that second position. Zach Nichols now up to P number 3, so keep an eye on the 44. He's a man on a mission here in feature number 2. Anthony Danta maybe losing a few spots, and look at this, Zach Nichols up into second here, or at least trying to get second away from that 7 machine, as those two may be leaning on each other just a little bit. Nichols almost clear there off of turn number 4, had to get a little sideways, had to chase that car up the racetrack. Those 2 inches apart from each other. Wow, some great racing once again for that second position, and this time by from the flagman. Here for feature number 2, we see cross flags here tonight, halfway down, halfway home here. As Tanner Tallarico was looking to the outside of Zach Coyer. It looks like the one car lifted on out of it just a little bit. Now the 91 and the 51 once again side by side out on the speedway. Oh, as Calamity into turn number 1, one car up and over. Wow, Devin McDonald here doing barrel rolls into turn number 1. McDonald, somehow that car is still rolling, and he will try and drive off from the scene. So last week we had that wild flip at the finish with Anthony Danta. Now this week we have the AT machine up and over. So 2 weeks in a row here at ASRC, we've had a car up and over. Would have never guessed we would see that here at South Boston though. So with this here tonight, it's going to leave about 35 laps left here. Zach Nichols started in the 12th position. He is up to second. Dave Payton, currently our race leader. Matt Vade in P number 3. Stephen Hoffman 4th. And then Brett Hahn rounding out the top 5 here. Like I said, Dave Payne, I believe it's been a little bit since he's visited Victory Lane here in a Super Late Model 1, because this is I think our first time back in a Super since about a year and a half ago as a league. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Payne's last win coming at USA, so one of the OG old school short track racing tracks here on the iRacing simulator. But Payne will have lane choice here at the start finish line. Going to be a really important choice, as we saw Zach Nichols get around on the inside, but it seems like the preferred lane going to be the outside, and Payne picks the outside. I like the call from the 38. The rest of the field will re-rack it and restack it. As the iRacing pace truck down on pit road, and here we go. Dave Payne fires on off, gets a great restart, able to try and get clear of the 44. It looks like not quite able to that time. Stephen Hoffman back up into P number 3. Here comes Ron Hart as well. Hart's going to be able to get to the outside of the 7. So Stephen Hoffman there in that white and red 86 up into P number 3. Still a battle for the race lead here, as Nichols able to get clear from Payton. Payton's going to try the crossover down the backstretch. Payton able to get a nose down to the inside, but can't get the drive off. New race leader Zach Nichols out in front here at Sobo. Payne will be in now that second position. Probably won't get hunted down unless these guys sort themselves out pretty quickly, but looks like Stephen Hoffman once again under fire from Matt Vade. Vade able to try and tiptoe around the bottom here. But a lot of strong cars in both lanes here. Up top, Ron Hart in the 51, Jaden Kurtachi in the 11, as well as the 09 of Danta. Danta will get sideways, and it looks like Tanner Tallarico once again going to be the short end of the stick. Tallarico now back to 15th. It looks like Tallarico says that's enough for tonight. So Ron Hart able to get around the 7 car of Matt Vade. Now here comes Jaden Kurtachi, going to try and do the same. There's a battle for the 5th spot. If Kurtachi can get on by that 11 car, though, loose at the apex. We saw him have to put some wheel in going to the right here. We saw that in feature number 1. Might be seeing some more of it here as this race a little bit longer. This would have been the checkered flag this time in feature number 1, but now in feature number 2 have these extra 25 laps here that are left. Now the ASRC house car going to try and do the same as the 11, will do just that. Now Anthony Danta will try, but Matt Vade, though, quickly jumping to lane number 2. Going to try and defend up top here. Out in front, Zach Nichols has been able to walk away now to just over a second lead over Dave Payton. Stephen Hoffman now with that clean track has started to run down Dave Payton just that little bit. Hoffman a little bit of a diamond line there through turns 1 and 2. Enters a little bit low, lets that car wash up at the apex, then tries to cut it on down there through 3 and 4. Payton with a little bit more of a diamond line, but you can see Hoffman enter in straight, let that car drift off at the apex, and then try and drive it as straight as he can off the corner. Once again into some lap traffic here. Zach Nichols able to navigate that there nicely. Now how does the rest of them soar on out Towards the back, the 91 peeking the nose to the inside of the 11 here. Looks like all good news so far here. As look at this, Chuck Darling started deep in the field here in feature number 2. That's because involved in that lap 3 incident, he has driven his way up through the field and he has driven into the top 10. So the biggest mover so far in feature number 2 is this 88 of Chuck Darling, having himself a much better feature number 2. The other driver involved in a feature number 1 incident, Jeff Pogo, not as lucky. He is once again out in feature number 2 as well. As we see a battle for the 5th position here on the speedway. The 91 machine big time sailing it in there. We'll get to the inside of Ron Hart now. So the 91 car with a power move there. We'll try and put the 51, but we get a caution on the speedway here with about 14 laps to go. And once again, a parking lot, this time off of turn number 4. Matt Vade with a lot of a lot of damage there on the 7. And it sounds like the 13 of Zach Coyer taking the claim on that one. So Coyer will drop to the back of the field. Only the 2nd caution here in feature number 2. Actually make it the 3rd caution in feature number 2. So the pace slowed, and we're going to have under a 10-lap shootout left here tonight. The question is, where does Zach Nichols choose? Does he choose the inside or the outside here? Looks like the 8 car of Alex Orion's able to get a lap back here, so I believe that will put now 16 cars back on the lead lap. And I'm getting word another car went up and over. This time it was the 5 car of Eric Holly flipping in that last incident, and Holly finds himself in P number 10. So that 5 car, excuse me, could go from all 4 tires off the ground to a top 10 finish here. It looks like here at the stripe, Zach Nichols can choose and will choose the inside lane here. So that puts Dave Payton outside of row number 1. The rest of the field will re-rack, restack, and we get ready for a 9-lap shootout left in feature number 2. So here we go for shootout left. That iRacing Pace truck down on pit road. Zach Nichols on the reaction button, and Zach Nichols already checking on out. Nichols away and by himself out in front. Dave Payne able to get P number 2. Now it is Stephen Hoffman and the 51 of Ron Hart side by side. Right behind them, Jaden Kratachi and Brett Hahn. Kratachi will be able to get to the outside of the 86. So now move Ron Hart up into the podium here. Now the 11 and 86 still side by side. Hoffman trying to use up as much as he can on the bottom side. Hoffman will get loose. They make contact there. Hoffman way up the racetrack, and they will keep it green racing. Wow. Some good old short track racing there, leaning on each other just a little bit, but able to make it all work here as Hoffman will try and get up to that outside lane here. Now it is 5 laps to go as Hoffman will fall back to 6th here. And so far, everyone else kind of riding on about. Zach Hoyer there had to take the claim there, had to restart from the tail end of the field. He is back up to 11th, trying to work over Dan Dill. So can Zach Hoyer rebound? It's going to be tough, though. He's only got 3 laps to do it, and he's still back in 12th. Popsicle sticks up in the air for Zach Nichols. It is 2 laps to go. Here we go, a battle for second, though. Ron Hart to the outside of Dave Payton. Those two will drag race down the back straightaway. But out in front here tonight, Zach Nichols. We'll see the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Jaden Kratachi also moves up to lane number 2. Here comes the 91 down low. But for the final time through 3 and 4, Zach Nichols will double down here at South Boston. Drag race on the line for that second position, and Ron Hart will get it. Dave Payton will round out the podium. Wow, what a great finish there as we take a look here at Zach Nichols, and we will run through the race results for feature number 2 here tonight. So race results will look like the following. Zach Nichols will double down here at Hobo, picking up both checkered flags of both feature races. Ron Hart will finish second. Dave Payton will round out the podium. Jaden Kratachi will come home 4th. Brett Hahn will finish in 5th. Coming home in 6th is Stephen Hoffman. 7th is Anthony Danta. Chuck Darling will finish 9th. Noah Boucher in P number 9, and rounding out the top 10 is Eric Hawley. Then in 11th was Zach Hoyer. 12th, Jamie Leach. Finishing in 13th is Dan Dill. Deb McDonald will finish in 14th. 15th going to Nate Henry. TJ Hassan in P number 16. 17th going to Alex Orions. John DeMeester will finish 18th. 19th going to Tanner Tallarico. And then Matt Vade will round out the top 20. 21st going to JJ McCray. 22nd is Jeff Pogo. 23rd, Cody Kennedy. And Travis Wright wrapping up and rounding out the field here. So that will do it for the race recap here at South Boston. Be sure to tune in tonight at 9 p.m. for the live coverage of the House of Drift Dual 75s at Irwindale Speedway. That track is really racy, always a good time. You won't want to miss it. So we got to, of course, give a huge shout out to Postma Flooring coming on board with the title sponsor of the Super Late Models here at American Sim Racing Club. If you want to check them out, you can find out more with a link in the description. Also, we got to thank our partners over at Premier with their partnership with Turn 3 Racing Network. You can also find out more there in the description. So that will do it here tonight. Everyone, take care, stay safe, have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you in about an hour's time. I've been Brett the Jet in the booth, and I just flew by you. Have a good one.